Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick. From automobiles and steel to food and pharmaceuticals, Indiana has built a reputation as a manufacturing mecca, one of the top states in the country for producing things. Today, Hoosier workers are adapting to the ever-evolving world of technology, preparing to take on innovative jobs in the world of electric vehicles, semiconductors, artificial intelligence. One of the sleeper industries, perhaps, Indiana looking to cash in on, sports tech, an emerging sector that is revolutionizing how fans and athletes, teams experience sports.
Imagine you're at the baseball field and you see your favorite player walk up to the plate and they smack the best home run you've seen all game. Wouldn't it be so cool to be right there next to them and feel that home run?
Edge Sound Research, one of dozens of companies getting a boost from Sports Tech HQ. It's an initiative launched by the Indiana Sports Corporation in 2021 to attract sports tech startups to the state. The sports tech market expected to surge past, get this, $100 billion globally over the next 5 years. Sports Tech HQ Executive Director Jeffrey Hintz is here now to break it all down. And Jeff, thanks for being here. This initiative, I think, is one of the most interesting initiatives and one that makes great sense. You've got great sports ecosystem here, an emerging tech scene. You're basically putting the two together to try to attract jobs and investment.
We are. We've got an incredible, all the ingredients are here in Indiana, all the way back to over 100 years ago when the Indianapolis Motor Speedway was built. And that was built for innovation. And here we are 100 plus years later and really leaning into our sport economy, as I call it, and leaning into tech because we have to evolve as a community. And we've had great success. We're attracting companies from all over the globe here to Indy.
Let's talk about the traction you're getting. You launched in 2021, as I said, but really getting visibility now. You were really the presenting sponsor, I think, of the Indy Classic at Gainbridge Fieldhouse last weekend, where you announced a big partnership with Purdue University. Talk about that.
We did, yeah. So Purdue University has a program for sports engineering. It's called the Ray Urey Sports Engineering Center. They have a world-renowned materials and sports engineer that's on their staff, distinguished Professor Jan-Anders Monson. And he has booted up the Ray Urey Sports Engineering Center. And really what that is going to do is train the next generation of minds to enter the market and help these companies that we're bringing from all over the world. So that partnership is all about collaboration, bringing companies to them to help them iterate product design and their services, but then also unleashing the talent that we have here in Indiana.
I know they're relocating that center to the Speedway in the Delora, right?
That's right.
Delora Center. Talk about some of these companies. And I know I think you brought an example, amazing cutting edge technology. This is one of the companies you're talking about, right?
It is, yeah. This company went through Techstars Accelerator here. We've been doing that for 6 years. This company will make any watch a smartwatch.
Just with that disc?
Just with this disc. So I have my smartwatch on today. You have your analog watch, right? So this has micro suction. It'll stick to the back of your watch.
Okay.
And then it will pair with an app, and then you can track all your stats.
Wow. And that's just one example. Again, dozens of companies are already here.
That's right. Yes, exactly. We've got about 37 companies that we have in our collective, some of which were already here when we started. One of those is Telemetry, a company in Noblesville. They work with 45 teams in the NFL and the NCAA all around data analytics and helping teams better perform on the field or on the court. And they're here. They've been here for 10 plus years. A few other companies, you mentioned Edge Sound Research. That is really an experience that you have to sit down in one of the seats. They actually can turn any substrate into a source of sound. Wow. Through vibration, and so they replicate what happens on the court or on the field, and they put it in the back of a seat. So they're in Gainbridge Fieldhouse now. They're at IMS. They've done a project down in Bloomington with Assembly Hall and Memorial Stadium.
This is a global initiative, right? You're going to be going all over the world to attract companies here. What do you offer? What do companies get from participating and being here?
Yeah, the biggest thing, Gary, is relationship capital. Because of the network that we have here, when I start talking to folks from all over the world, and we talk about Indiana, that's one thing we're doing out in the world. All the organizations that we have based here, including the Pacers and the Colts and the Fever and the NCAA and USA Track and Field, USA Gymnastics, USA Football, American College of Sports Medicine. Once you start talking about what we have here, the biggest thing is relationship capital. But really, working closely with the IEDC on using entrepreneurship and innovation as an attraction to the state. People have a choice where they live now. and where they grow their business. And Indiana is a friendly business community.
All right. I know the industry is looked at as a maybe $100 billion industry in 5 years. We're going to keep tabs on this because I know you're very excited about it and others are as well. So Jeff Hintz, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, growing the state's sports tech scene is part of an ambitious 5-pillar strategy unveiled by the Indiana Sports Corporation to make Indiana the global epicenter of sports. The Sports Corporation's Vision 2050 also includes continuing to attract big-time events here, focusing on academia, business, leadership, and also women's sports.
Clark, the flick ahead. Oh, what a dime from Clark. And Jones lays it in. A gorgeous pass from Caitlin Clark.
The goal to make Indiana the women's sports capital of the world. Recent signs things are moving in a positive direction. Indianapolis will host the 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend next summer. And news just this week that Fishers will host the Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star Match in February at the new Fishers Event Center.